Hi and welcome. Welcome to a Yin and restorative class. This class is very slow and gentle, and everybody, all levels, can do this class. This is on the Ajna chakra, the third eye, which is also the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and the mammillary bodies. And this area is in the middle of your brain, on top or behind the top vertebra. All right, let's start. Find your music first. The playlist for today is called Space Creative Yin. Space Creative Yin. And we start with the song Enter the Unseen. Enter the Unseen. 1, 2, 3. Just have the music like on a low frequency in the background, and tune into your seat and the place and the space where you seated. Take a deep breath in. One more time. You can lift up the muscles in your seat so you really ground down. And then slow your breath down. Breathe in and out through your nose. Deeper and deeper. And as you deepen your breath, I'll just talk a little bit about the third eye chakra, the Ajna chakra, which is in the middle of your brain. And you can take your tongue way back into the soft palate and then up. And our third eye chakra is just behind and up. That place. Behind your tongue and up. And you can take your index finger to the triangle of the occiput. You have that spot in the middle where your skull meets. And it's just in there, in the middle. This area is also known as the area for intuition. clear sight, clarity. This is the area where we can become the observer, become the perceiver, objective. And because it's connected to the pituitary gland, it's also an emotional center where we get information from our physical, biological body. But this area gives us an opportunity to see the big picture, the whole picture, and understand universal truth. In this area is where we see souls, we see essence, we see the divine in everything. And once we start to see that, we become aware that we are part of it, that we are one with it, and that we are that divine. And this area is often clogged, stopped. There can be a lot of fear. There can be a voice that says, no, it's only the biological reality that is real. So the pineal gland can be clouded, full of fear, brainwashed, veils around, telling that it's only the pituitary gland and the mammillary bodies that matter. So it's our job to open up everything in our body if we want to be awakened beings and understanding and feeling the whole. We need to open up the third eye. And the third eye is also in astrology connected to Venus, the goddess who sees love, the goddess who is love. So now you breathe into the top of your crown, the roots of your hair. And from the stars above, from way far out there, from consciousness itself, and the strongest divine light, inhale all that into you through the top of your crown, down to touch the Ajna chakra, and then through your entire spine. And this divine light and this strong, universal energy, take it all the way down to the tailbone. So it circles around, goes beneath, and then back up again. You inhale energy from source, from the universe, all the way down your spine. Exhale from the tailbone and all the way up again. You inhale space to become space, to become a hollow bone of wisdom and clear sight. Inhale down, exhale back up again, and you continue on your own pace. And we add on a mantra. Inhale so, exhale hum. Inhale so into you, exhale hum. Two more rounds with the mantra. And we're gonna do the Brahmari Mudra, the Brahmari pranayama, to open up the third eye and close off the external senses and go inwards. And here you take your thumb onto your ears and index fingers to your eyes, long finger to your nose bone, and ring finger under your nostrils and middle finger to your mouth. Now here it can be quite intense with the thumbs on your ears. So if you have headache or migraines, you hardly press. Just keep a light touch, because it can be very intense. And you close up your ears for as much as you can take. Go to the healthy boundary. Don't overdo it. So we gotta make 11 sounds like a bee, a humming bee, into the middle of the brain. And you count it with your fingers. You can't follow me, and you finish when you finish. And when you finish, you release the arms and you just sit with the sensation in your brain. And also examine if there's a rippling effect going down the spine and perhaps even up and out your crown. So sit with it. Thumbs to your ears, index finger over eyes, long finger to the nose bone, ring finger to the nostrils, and little finger to your mouth. And we start. Inhale. And rub your palms together, create some friction. And put your hands on your eyes and turn your eye gaze within. What's behind your eyes? Slowly move your hands away. Keep your eyes closed. Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Open up a third of the way. Halfway. And almost all the way, and we greet Namaste. And come to sit on your mat, cross-legged, with your legs in front of you. And grab your knees. And then exhale, roll down and take your chin into your chest. Relax your jaw. And deepen your breath. And slowly open up your spine. Inhale, roll up. Use your hands on your knees to lift yourself up. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. Open up your chest. And look upwards to the ceiling, through the ceiling, into the sky. And exhale, roll back down, chin into your chest. Inhale, roll up. Circle your shoulders a couple of times. And then lift your chest up to the sky. Elbows going straight back. Shoulder blades together. So you really open up the front of your chest. And then exhale, roll back down. And you go on your own pace now, up and down. So whatever feels good. 4 more breaths. And then we're going to go up standing. So you may want to find your bolster or blocks. So you come on to your feet and you have something under your hands, like a bolster or blocks. And you stay hip distance apart or a little bit wider. And then you bend, stretch your knees here. Let your head drop down. And as you bend and stretch your knees, you move your head in a no. And then move your head in a yes. And then you stay. And you bend your knees so much that your tummy comes in touch with your thighs. Then relax your arms. Drop your head down. Again, move your head in a no. Then move your head in a yes. And let your brain sink down to earth. And then you stretch your legs as much as you can without lifting your tummy away from your thighs. So your tummy is glued to your thighs. Relax your arms, your fingers. Let go of your jaw. Soften your mouth and your lips. And allow blood to flood down into your brain. Four more breaths.
Then lift up your spine and walk your feet back a little bit. Some of you may want to come up even higher now on your blocks or bolster. And you lengthen and you lift up the spine. So you create this long spine with the tailbone going back. I'm going to take right arm up to the sky and exhale down. Inhale, left arm up to the sky and exhale down. And here you bend and stretch your knees. So they're very elastic. They're moving. They're fluent. And you can use your feet as if you're standing on a trampoline. And you take one arm up at a time and bring your nose and your eye gaze with you. So you inhale, you look up, and exhale, you look down. And next time you stay up, one arm up, and get the tailbone back. And turn your nose up as much as you can in your eye gaze. Now your third eye is looking behind you and down. And come back down. Inhale the other arm up and stay up. Tailbone back, long spine. Hollow bone, spacious. In space inside that spine of yours. And let your third eye gaze down. And exhale. Come back down. Now move your bolster between your hands and walk back into downward facing dog. I need to move my dog, literally. You drop your head down into the bolster or block. So you create length in your neck. And your head is now resting on the bolster or a block or both. Feel free to move your legs. But you create extra length in your neck. You can really feel how your shoulders are sinking down to your back, how the shoulders are moving away from your ears. Get the tailbone up. Four more breaths. And take your knees down to the floor and push the bolster further forward. We're gonna go down and lie on our tummy into Sphinx pose. And you can have the bolster under your chest, under your solar plexus, and then another block under your forehead. So depending on your lower back and how you are down in your sacrum, you can move and go even further back. So you're more flat on the mat there. And so you figure out how you're gonna lie on the bolster in a sweet and gentle back bend. Relax your arms. Let go of your jaw. And let the block gently push your head backwards. And let the block massage that space between your eyebrows. Open up the space between your eyebrows. Four more breaths. Slowly engage your arms. Start to move your elbows down to the ground.
You can wriggle your seat a little bit from side to side and kind of move your knees a little bit closer to your elbows. And slowly you come in to all fours. And feel free to wriggle or sway here.
Anytime, come up on your hands.
And you get a little time here to move on all fours and move the spine in whatever way feels good to you right now. Maybe you need to move your neck a little bit here. I'm gonna come into a squat pose. And here you can sit on blocks so it's more comfortable for you. You can sit on 1 or 2 or 3 blocks. But you have your feet out, your toes out. So it is like a squat pose. And then you use the bolster, you can use it up high. You rest your head on, relax your arms. Depending on how open you are in your hips. I'm sitting on 1 block. And then I'm forward folding. And I'm using a block under my head here instead. And I have some activation in my feet so they're not collapsing in or out. I'm lifting up the inside of my foot, the arch. And I have the same degree in my feet. Toes out, heels in. Your arms are in between your knees. And you just collapse here in your upper body. You just fold forward and down. Let go of your arms. Some of you may not even need to sit on something. You can just rest in your hips. And allow your upper body to become more and more heavy. Relax the muscles in your bum, so those big glutes, just relax, let them go. The only thing there's some activation is in your feet.
2 more breaths. Then you just continue down on the mat onto your back, lying on your back. And stretch your legs and arms up into bug pose, where you have soft joints, soft knee joints, ankles, elbows, fingers. Drop the shoulders down into the floor and also let the sacrum ground down. Four more breaths. And take your knees down to your tummy. Put the right leg down to the floor and really hug in that left leg. So we're going to roll over a universal stretch as you roll over to the floor onto your tummy with the left knee bend. And you take your right hand to the thigh and circle. Left arm, big circle. And let the arm arrive on the dog. Or straight opposite you, not above, but straight to the side. And here you can use a bolster under the leg here. That's really nice and sweet. And you can also use your dog or your cat as support under your arm or a block. And here, you take your time to release and relax. Deepen your breath, make it really slow and long. And then zoom into the middle of your brain and breathe into that spot. I open up to see. I open up to see. Two more breaths. And come back to lie flat on your back. Take your right knee to your chest. Put down your left leg. Just hug it in good. And then roll over yourself, over to the floor. Tummy towards the floor. Left hand on the side. Circle that right arm and look at your hand. Support yourself with a bolster or blocks. Take a deep breath in and sigh out loud. One more time. A universal stretch is normally a pose, supine, spinal twist, where it takes some time to open up. It takes some time to let go of the grip. You can begin by softening your face. Breathing into your chest. And let the arm and shoulder relax. And if your arm and shoulder won't relax, then find a block or a blanket and put your arm onto something. And see if that helps. And then breathe into that middle spot in your brain. I choose to be in my third eye, even though it's intense. I'm still breathing, I'm still here, I'm fine. I breathe into my third eye, my Ajna chakra, to see. To open up the voice of my intuition so I may hear it more clearly, so I can be guided more clearly. I open up my third eye to see. I open up my third eye. So universal truths may become a reality to me. Two more breaths. And come back to your mat. And just take a moment to ground the sacrum down. Align your spine. And the final pose today, and you can choose if you want a bolster under your back and lie on a bolster under your entire spine. But I'm gonna do one block, and I'm gonna invite you to try that. And just one block that's flat, that's placed between your shoulder blades, and your neck is free, so it's not under your neck.
You can also use the bolster. But I'm gonna invite you to do the block because then your head will be lower than your heart and your heart will be higher up than your brain. And this is kind of the point. Some of you cannot put your head down to the floor. Then use a block under your head. And you can use the block in different heights. And then your head will not be below your heart, but that's just how it is for some people. And that's okay. That's where you are at today in this moment, and that's fine. Feet together and open hips to begin with. Anytime you can stretch your legs, straighten them out. I'm not going to say that. You just do that yourself. But we start with open hips, feet together and open hips. And here, I know most of you want blocks under or pillows under your legs here for support. Just make sure that the block is not touching your neck, so your neck is free. Then rather put a blanket or something under your head if you need it. Arms next to your body with the palms up. Take a deep breath in and sigh out loud. I let my heart speak to my Ajna chakra. I let my heart give life to my brain. I let my heart speak the language of love to my pineal gland. I let my third eye chakra whisper universal truth to my heart. I let my third eye chakra give that knowledge of essence and the felt sense of essence to my entire body being. I am love. And I am consciousness. I let myself swim in space. And I let space be me.
I'm gonna let you go into your own savasana or waking up. You do you for 5 more minutes. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon. Namaste.